Well, this is disappointing. That is kind of the overall sentiment that I have seen with Season 2 of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and Warzone, and maybe not for the reasons that you may think. And that is what I'm going to go into in this video. I'm going to go through multiplayer, I'm going to go through zombies, and I'm going to go into Warzone and talk about what people are saying about Season 2 and maybe why. But I think the disappointment goes maybe even a little bit further than that, because as far as the disappointment, I think it's just the overall community in Call of Duty right now as a whole just has a negative spin no matter what. And let me give you an example. If I make a video diving into what I think the positives are about Season 2 and what was good that they added and what's good that they're focusing on, I will get called a shill. I will get called a sellout, and everyone will make fun of the video that way. If I make a video talking about the negative aspects, the things that were broken in yesterday's update, I will get told that I am being far too negative about the game. There is absolutely no winning for me when it comes to talking about an update. And even if I put out a story video, which Friday, a huge one is coming out, so stay tuned for that. It's one I've been working on for a while. Those even get comments about Call of Duty, me being a shill and all of these kind of things. So it's like, no matter what, whether you're on the positive side or the negative side of the community, no one is happy no matter what. And it's been that way for a long time with Call of Duty. But I think this update is a perfect example of disappointment in the game. And I think there is many, many reasons for that. And my reasons for being disappointed may be very different than yours. But as a whole, I think most of what I saw is just being completely underwhelmed. And I think a perfect place to start out with this is multiplayer. So when you really look at multiplayer, what is new for multiplayer is 3 new maps. You have 2 6v6 maps and 1 face-off map or strike map, whatever you want to call it. And that is really it. There is 1 new game mode, which is called Overdrive, which I think is a horrible game mode. I think it's just like a worse version of Team Deathmatch, which you may disagree or agree with that. It's Team Deathmatch. Just take it as a new version of Team Deathmatch. Now, the thing is in Black Ops 6, I hate Team Deathmatch. And the reason for that is I don't like how the spawns work in Team Deathmatch. And when I first played the new maps for Season 2, I played them on this new game mode. And they didn't play well because I was playing Team Deathmatch. Now, the one thing that I will say about the new maps within Season 2 is there's just kind of flank routes and stuff everywhere. The map Bounty reminds me of Free Fall from Call of Duty Ghost, where there's just like kind of flank routes everywhere. It seems a little bit like a maze. All right, let's shoot this thing out this window and see what we can do.
Moving with Archangel. TACOM, launch UAV. Hostile down.
Nobody saw that. But I will say, when I played in Domination and the spawns were a little bit more set, I did like how the map played a little bit more. I've heard a lot of people say that Dealership felt way too slow, but when I played it in Hardpoint and Domination, it felt good. And when I played it in Team Deathmatch or Kill Confirmed, it felt horrible. Then we have Lifeline, the boat map. This map is honestly pretty good. I think it's better than Stakeout. Some people may disagree with that, but it's a face-off map. You're going to constantly be in action. There's constantly stuff going on. And I kind of felt that way about most of the maps except for Dealership. So honestly, like, after playing these maps for 2 days, I kind of give them like a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. There's no map that I think this is amazing. There's a lot of flank routes. There's a lot of things that don't feel right about the maps, kind of just stuff placed everywhere throughout them. So I didn't love them. Now, that's it. When it comes to the new content for multiplayer, that is really it. The rest of it is behind the Battle Pass, which, unless you buy Black Cell, you're going to have to grind like 20 hours to even unlock 1 new weapon. There's 3 new weapons within the Battle Pass. You're looking at like 30 hours of grinding to just get all 3 new weapons, which is a very, very long time. Weapons, the only way to get new weapons is through Battle Pass, which if I don't get Black Cell, it's going to take me about 14 hours to get just this 1 new weapon. Maybe. I don't know. Oh yeah, that is because that's the P. I get it now. I get it now. I just want to be clear why this is messed up. So the weapon that everyone's going to want to use is the PPSH. Now, the way that the Battle Pass works, The way the battle pass works is if I buy Black Cell, I believe I get, it doesn't say it in here, but I believe I get 20 tier skips. So even if you buy Black Cell, you're still looking at like 9 hours of play times to actually unlock it. Or you could go into the store and spend 2,800 COD points, or about $28, and immediately have access to the PPSH. So there is also the option to get one free page if you buy Black Cell, but if you don't use that for the later on weapon, it's going to take you even longer to get all the weapons. So they want you to get Black Cell and then buy the bundle, which is going to give you all the weapons in the fastest way possible, but it's going to cost you like a total of $50. So that is locked behind that paywall. Then we have the other new things that are coming, like War Machine and new attachments, things along those lines, which are all perks, are all going to be a part of the events. So in other words, every single week, we're going to be getting something new. So it honestly felt super underwhelming, the amount of multiplayer content that was there at launch. Yeah, there's new maps, there's one new mode. I think they needed 1 or 2 new modes. Like Gun Game should have came out with the launch, even though it's coming out next week. But it just felt like there wasn't enough there to keep me entrenched in the game and want to play longer. But I guess we will be getting more content with the events, and based off of what I've seen from the leaked events, they're not looking so great. They kind of look like already what we have seen in game. One of the events, the Terminator event, is going to be essentially the exact same as Archie's Festive Frenzy. So if you played that one, this event is going to be exactly the same as that, just with different rewards, the War Machine being one of them. Now, the one other thing, and we're going to get into this much more with Warzone, is the bug fixes. A lot of the things that they said were fixed are not. The meta is exactly the same as it was before the Season 2 update and multiplayer. I just have to say that. And on top of that, like one of the simple things that they fixed is if you're Master Prestige, they said it's going to stop popping up after every game that you're Master Prestige. Well, I was level 57 on my stream today, and well, it popped up and said that again. And then after that, refreshed all of my loadouts, so I had to remake all of my loadouts. It was very, very frustrating. So a bunch of these bugs that they said were fixed are absolutely not. And Warzone is a testament to that, which we'll get to later on. Didn't they say they got rid of this? Did they not say that they fixed this popping up after every game? Now, let's move over to zombies. Zombies is, I think, the light in the dark for Season 2. I think this map is really, really good. However, I think there is a little bit of a dark side to this map. I'm going to talk about this on Sunday on the weekly reload, but I will say this map is missing what seems like a little bit of story. Like when you boot up the tomb, there is no cutscene to start you out. The cutscene at the very end, I'm not going to spoil it, but there's really not that much there. It compared to the other maps, the story behind it and how fleshed out those cutscenes were, this map seems a little bit more like a bonus map than anything else. That being said, I think it's pretty cool. I think the map is pretty cool. It's on the smaller side of things, but I think they did a pretty good job with it. And out of anything that was added in Season 2, it is by far, I think, the best part. So moving from that to what I think the worst part is, Warzone. This sucks. I just have to start out by saying that this sucks. If you are playing Call of Duty for Warzone, this might be the most disappointed you will be for an update. So first off, Ricochet is not any better. People are still cheating. If you're playing on PC, you're going to run into it more and more. Console, you can apparently turn off crossplay, but apparently that's not working fully. I don't have any proof of that, but that's just what I've seen on Twitter. But let's put that aside. Let's say that is working. On PC, there's still hackers everywhere. They said that they were putting the Season 2 update out with almost no new content so that these quality of life fixes, these bug fixes could go out. There was like 70 of them that were going to go out. Half of them don't work. And then there was new ones added in with the update where if you're driving a vehicle and get out, it will literally teleport you.
Right, doing this. Yo, there it is! Bye-bye, Rob!
Bro. Wait, I'll do that, bro. I'll do that. Wait, are you teleporting around the map?
Oh my god, that's insane!
Wait, nah.
So not only did they not fix a bunch of the bugs that they said they were going to fix, new ones were added in, yet there was no new content added in. So normally they have the excuse of, oh, we added in new content. And when we added in that new content, there were more bugs added in unintentionally because of that new content. This time, they don't even have that excuse, yet there are more bugs, and a bunch of the bugs they said were going to be fixed were absolutely not fixed. So what excuse do they have for that? Really, there is none. And I think this exact reason is why this season 2 update may go down as one of the most disappointing ones. Not only was there no new content for Warzone, multiplayer felt extremely lackluster because everything was either behind the battle pass or behind events, which are yet to happen. There are 3 new maps and 1 game mode, which is essentially a fancy team deathmatch. And that is it. Like, we didn't get anything new, like gunfight tournaments, anything that I wanted to grind out in multiplayer. There was nothing that I want to grind out in Warzone. I don't even want to touch that mode. And zombies is the one thing. And truly, I believe zombies, that map, the tomb, I don't think it was supposed to come out. I do not think that this map was supposed to come out with season 2. I think it was supposed to come out with season 2 reloaded, and I will talk about that in the tinfoil hat segment of the weekly reload this weekend. So you're going to want to make sure you're subscribed. I just wanted to put this out there, expressing my disappointment. I'm always going to try to give you my honest opinion on things. I don't know how often I plan on making a straightforward video like this, but this is what I will say. I've been frustrated beyond belief with the updates this year, and I've been putting them and starting to put those type of videos over on my second channel, Ink TV, which is kind of reaction, me playing the game, live stream highlights, that kind of thing. And I think that's where like the update videos are going to go from now on. Videos like this will go from now on, and you're going to get a lot more videos like the weekly reload every Sunday, story videos, and then a couple things that I have planned that we're going to test out coming next week. So stay tuned for that kind of thing. I think you guys are really going to like the content over here. And yes, maybe once a month we'll have a video like this where we talk about the state of the community, what is going on with Call of Duty, that kind of thing. And like I said, I think the main thing that's going on right now is just a whole lot of disappointment. But let me know how you're feeling. If you've been enjoying season 2, tell me that. If you've been hating it, tell me that. If you're sick of Call of Duty, tell me that. And if you're loving it, tell me that. I want to hear what you guys say down in the comments. And yeah, that's kind of where I stand right now. I need more content. I need more stuff. Hopefully the events get better, but at this point I don't have much faith. But yeah, season 2.
We are real.